Good morning YouTube, Scott Dunnage Garage. In this video we are working out some of the bugs with these diesel heaters because they are finicky. Let's get into it. Alright, this diesel heater had four major issues when we got started, and one of them was created by me. So let's go through them step by step. First, priming. To prime them, top and bottom button on the control, you push them and hold, and you'll get a 300-second prime from the primer. All right, when you're priming, you're pulling fuel out of the tank, down, underneath the heater, up into the fuel pump, out, and then up into the burn chamber of the heater. As you can imagine, it does not take 300 seconds to fill all that fuel line and prime the unit. So what happens is that extra fuel floods the fuel chamber and then floods out the intake. So this leads us to the first problem we were having, and that was a diesel leak. And it was a big diesel leak. In fact, the intake hose was flooded. We were able to pour diesel out of it. So I spent about half an hour, 40 minutes taking the heater back out, put it on the workbench, and double checked everything. And what I found was the clamp for the fuel line was loose, so I replaced that. But then also the intake was sopping wet. And what we're finding is all that fuel had to go somewhere, so it was going into the burn chamber and then out the intake and flooding. So if you're having issues with diesel leaks on your diesel heater, first thing you want to check is your fuel lines, make sure they're tight and your clamps are tight. The second thing to look at is priming it. Are you priming it too much? Did you really need to prime it? So we're going to let this sit overnight and see if it will still maintain the prime that it already has. So let's check back tomorrow. All right, so we've let it set overnight, and let's see if it'll start up and run. Hit the power button.
Start heating.
And then it'll take a couple seconds. So the second issue we had was smoke. You can see some smoke coming out of it right now. And what I've determined is, one, if you overprime the heater, you're filling that chamber, the burn chamber, full of fuel, and you're not getting complete combustion, so you're getting a lot of extra smoke. Also, when you first get your heater, it has some sort of a protectant inside of it, I believe, and your initial startup is going to create a lot of smoke, and this is what we saw. So the third issue we had was the diesel heater overheating and throwing an E05 code. So let's take a look and see that as it happens.
Overheating protection.
So what exactly is an E05 code? That is the diesel heater itself overheating. And there's a couple causes for that, so let's look at them. First thing they tell you to check is your intake and see if it is clogged. You need a minimum of 2 inches clearance right here, which I have, so I know we're good. The next thing they talk about is either a clogged discharge or too sharp of an angle, which is what I thought I had as a problem. But after spending the day troubleshooting, I figured out what the issue was. So if you remember back to the Alaska series, there's a point where I became hypoxic in the camper because it is too tight when it's closed. No airflow in and out. So what was happening is the heater was putting too much air into the camper. It had no place to go, which was overworking the heater, causing it to overheat. The simple fix, open the window or crack the roof vent. As we're putting this away, we'll talk about the thing that I messed up. And when we had this on the workbench, I thought about future maintenance, so I did a modification. Underneath the plastic case for the heater is the glow plug and the control module. If I ever needed to service those or replace the glow plug, it would have to be a complete disassembly to access those two components. So I had an idea. Let's cut access holes in the housing to allow for me to service this later without a lengthy disassembly process. And I think I did a sexy job on it, until I realized this is the intake plenum, so the cold air comes in over the motor and then out the exhaust and into the camper. So I pretty much destroyed the heater. I just took some duct tape, made a flap. That'll sit on top, and I will tape that in place with some Gorilla Tape. It will be airtight. Air will still flow through. And if I ever have to service underneath here, it is a simple remove the tape, pull the flap, do what I need to do, reinstall the tape. So after the leaks, the smoke, and the bad cut, the heater is running great, so I thought. I was dead wrong. In the next video, the heater didn't just fail, it became dangerous. Click right here to see the first field test. It was an absolute nightmare. You don't want to miss it.